In the early 1980s, the teen comedy was king. And in 1982, one film took a simple premise. What if a nerdy high school kid suddenly developed telekinesis and turned it into one of the most infamous, cheesy, and secretly beloved cable classics of the entire decade? It's a movie that so many of us remember from late-night TV, but how much do you really know about the making of this cult favorite? If you love digging into 80s movie history, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Starring teen heartthrob Scott Baio, Zapped was a perfect storm of raging hormones, low-budget special effects, and shameless shenanigans. But behind the floating baseballs and exploding prom dresses is a production story that is pure 80s gold. Today, we're using our mind powers to uncover 10 things you didn't know about Zapped. Number 10. It was pitched as a comedy version of Carrie. Sound familiar? A socially awkward high school student gets bullied, develops telekinetic powers, and unleashes them at the prom. The creators of Zapped openly admitted that their initial pitch to the studio was simple and brilliant. It's Carrie, but as a comedy. They took the terrifying premise of Brian De Palma's horror classic and swapped the pig's blood and mass murder for pranks, hijinks, and a whole lot of wish fulfillment. Number 8. The director was a Roger Corman protege. The film's slightly cheesy B-movie feel is no accident. Director Robert J. Rosenthal got his start working for the undisputed king of low-budget cult films, Roger Corman. Rosenthal's experience in the Corman school of get it done fast and cheap was the perfect training for helming a movie like Zapped, where creativity and corner cutting were essential. Number 7. It was filmed at a legendary Hollywood high school. The hallowed halls of Ralph Waldo Emerson High School might look familiar to movie fans. The movie was filmed at John Marshall High School in Los Angeles, a location that is cinematic royalty. It served as Rydell High in Greece, the original Nightmare on Elm Street, and was used in everything from Buffy the Vampire Slayer to Boy Meets World. Number 6. Heather Thomas's infamous dress scene was a big deal. The movie's most talked about and controversial scene is when the beautiful Jane, played by 80s icon Heather Thomas, gets her dress telekinetically ripped off by Barney after she throws a watermelon at him in a fit of jealousy. Knowing it was a risque scene for a TV star, the producer scheduled it carefully. It remains the moment everyone remembers from the movie. Number 5. It features a Star Trek parody. In a clear nod to the sci-fi craze of the era, the film features a scene where Barney uses his powers to fly a model spaceship around his bedroom. This triggers a full-blown daydream where he imagines a starship with a clear, cheesy bridge set and alien encounters in a sequence that directly parodies the original Star Trek television series. Number 4. Willie Ames was desperate to shed his goody-two-shoes image. Before playing the party-obsessed Peyton, Willie Ames was known to millions of families as the wholesome Tommy Bradford on the hit drama 8 is Enough. He took the role in the raunchy, R-rated Zapped as a deliberate attempt to break away from his clean-cut image and prove he can handle more adult-oriented comedy. Number 3. It features a horror icon. The wise and friendly high school science teacher, Mr. Dexter, was played by a true legend, Scatman Crothers. Just 2 years before Zapped, Crothers had given a terrifyingly memorable performance as Dick Halloran in Stanley Kubrick's horror masterpiece, The Shining. His warm, grandfatherly presence in Zapped gave the silly movie a surprising touch of class. Number 2. It was a surprise box office hit. Critics absolutely savaged Zapped upon its release, calling it mindless, derivative, and vulgar, but audiences didn't care. Fueled by Scott Baio's star power and the promise of raunchy comedy, the movie was a financial success. It made over $16 million at the box office on a small budget, proving that in the 80s, sometimes all you needed was a simple premise and a big star. Number 1. It spawned a sequel no one asked for. 5 years later, in 1989, a sequel titled Zapped Again was released directly to video. It featured a completely new cast, a recycled plot about another high school nerd getting telekinetic powers from a batch of contaminated beer, and none of the charm of the original. Neither Scott Baio nor Willie Ames returned for the follow-up. Mind-bendingly silly and unapologetically cheesy, Zapped is a perfect time capsule of the early 80s teen comedy boom. It may not be high art, but for a generation who discovered it on late-night cable, it remains a beloved cult classic. What's the most ridiculous scene in Zapped? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite retro movies. Thanks for watching.